A viewer named Granite Granny says it's fake and Jack is under contract. Dan, these arguments about stalkers, etc., is tired and worn out.
Sorry.
Granite Granny. I'm sure all the three people we're referring to the most are going to be reading this book. But are you aware of anyone else that knows the location? Maybe
I mean, there are other people who know the location now. They are all either very close to Jack or close to Fenn.
Close to Fenn? Who were close to Fenn?
I mean, close to Jack would be a good way to say it, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually did not understand the question you were asking a couple minutes ago. I don't know, actually, if other people close to Jack know for sure where it is. I know, like, where the, I know that they were looking that he knew generally where they were looking, but that doesn't mean I know where, where he was actually going. So I don't want to, step out of turn there. I didn't quite understand what you were asking there. So I'm not exactly sure about that part.
Have you met the finder? Excuse me.
I mean, I have communicated with him on a, internet basis. We have never stayed in the same room. We have looked at each other, et cetera.
On a video?
Yes.
Before you tell us, Adam Foddy is watching. He said, was it found by Dan's search partner? I was right. Jack was his search partner. Boom. Jack was not your search partner.
Definitely not. No. No, my search partner was Jay Rayner, known as Beep I'm a Jeep in various corners of the world, and a very well-known fantasy sports player, actually, who was, again, my mentor in my last book.
By the way, at what point during your involvement did you get a book contract?
I think that was 2018. No, so I mean, the way these things work, you kind of go and do a lot of the legwork beforehand.
All right.
And then once you've got the nut of something good, you go and actually do it. So
your editor, when he or she, it's a he, I know. What did you say to your editor when he said, Dan, what if nobody ever finds this? What's the ending of your book?
Yeah, I mean, the original ending I had, I actually kind of finished a draft of it basically in the first week of June 2020. And then it was like, oh, God, I was like, oh, no. And so I had to rip up the last 3 chapters of the book pretty quickly.
How did you convince him to give you a contract without a find?
Well, because it wasn't about that. It wasn't about who finds the treasure, frankly. I mean, that ended up being a pretty darn good ending, and I was extremely lucky that the timing worked out that way. But that's not what it's about to me. It's about what comes when you drop a treasure hunt into the modern world. What are all the things that come out of that? What are the unintended consequences? What are the things it makes people do? What are the things that makes people think? All that stuff. I mean, that's what to me was really interesting. It wasn't about finding a treasure, just in the same way that it's not about the value of the treasure, the money to the people who are looking for it. It's not about that, So that was never a thing that was, look, it gave me a great ending. I was very happy that it happened on the timeline that it did. But, the book was going to end one way or another. So that's not a huge thing I was concerned about. So.